but yeah. When I was doing mortgages, she never used me for mortgage for clients, but she expected me to refer her all my clients. This is weird. Like, that's not a friendship. Like, so when I started to realize that that's how she was, I stopped talking to her. She started trying to be my friend again, and I completely like waited for her to do something stupid, which she always does because she's deep down inside racist. And then I pointed it out, like, okay, now I'm done. So that's how I get rid of people. Like, if I know someone's a bad person, I don't fight with them. I just kind of like try to explain to them if they don't want to listen, they don't want to fix it. Then I just like wait for them to hang themselves so that I don't have to deal with it, you know. And then like, this is fine. But yeah, she sucks. She's here.
I'm glad you know what to look for and don't hang on to people who aren't in it to be your true friend and ally.
Yeah, no, that's the whole thing. It's like, like, I'm too forgiving. I would totally have forgiven her eventually and then forgot about it.
Probably will, actually.
No, I blocked her from all means of communication. I just, I have to do that with certain people because, like, I have
A soft heart. And
Yeah.
It would hurt.
it would hurt. Yeah, and then I would end up forgiving
Yeah.
them and then get hurt again. And I'm like,
Yeah.
no, when someone proves who they are to you, tells you who they are, you have to listen. You can't make excuses for that.
Well, yeah, if people tell you, and that's what I've been told too, like, if people prove who they are, tell you who they are, then listen to them. Like,
Yeah. Stop
take
making
their
excuses.
word
Yeah.
for it. Like, yeah. Yeah. It's hard because we want to be everyone's friend.
I always give people the benefit of the doubt, and sometimes when they do that, they end up screwing you even worse because they think that because they don't get away with it. I mean, I've gotten to have a blocking people, like deleting people. I ended a friendship back in California before I moved here, and I moved, changed jobs, changed phone numbers, just because I knew I'd forgive her eventually.
That reminds me of 40-Year-Old Virgin, where Seth Rogen is like yelling at Mindy Kaling and like, can't believe you did that to my friend. She's like, I moved, I changed my phone number, like she did all these things, and he's like, well, I'm sorry, I didn't know that. It was so great, because you did all these things. Like,
Yeah. Sometimes. Oh, that girl, the one from California, still messages me like once a year, like through LinkedIn. She like emails me or message me on LinkedIn, like, "Hi, I miss you. Sorry, I wasn't a good friend to you." I don't even want to open that can of worms, but she did some really bad things to me.
I feel like I had to learn how to be a good friend. It took a while, so in that boat.
But she did something really bad. She slept with my ex-boyfriend and kept it from me. And the only reason I found out about it was because he told me he was trying to get back together with me. And then wonders why I don't want to get back together with him. But to this day, she has no idea that I know. There's no point in confronting her.
Oh, that's still why she's reached out, I think.
Yeah, she has no idea that I know.
People want forgiveness for themselves, like,
Yeah.
to make themselves feel better.
She knows she wasn't a good friend for other things, but she
Oh.
doesn't know that.
Oh no.
She doesn't know that I knew about that. Because I
Even more.
Because I found out about that after I stopped being friends with her. So.
And just in this moment of saying, like, it's really good to talk about these things. Like, this is when I would be tapping.
Yeah.
Because it's grief.
Yeah.
Even though, like, you're over, you've done all the things to protect yourself, it's still really, it's like, it shouldn't have happened. And so, like, we grieve from that friendship. Like, you put a lot into that. Like, you do with all of your friends. You give everything. And so, even though, like, you know that she was good for you,
Yeah.
it still hurts because it happened to you. And it's something that shouldn't have happened. So,
Well, yeah. Like, I mean, all the times that she had needed help, I bailed her out. Like, I supported her when she wasn't working. I gave her down payment for her car, like loaned her, not gave her. Paid her way most of the time we would go out. And then when I got laid off, like before I had to move back up to Portland, I asked her to pay me back some of the money that she owed me because I never kept track of it. She says I can't prove it, and she didn't want to be paying me back for something for the rest of her life if she doesn't know how much it was. She wasn't even going to attempt to try to pay me back.
not even like a lady
Yeah. And then I find out that she was telling our group of friends that I was a gold digger and all this stuff, which
That's opposite of you.
this was the funny thing is like, she went after my ex-boyfriend who was an entertainment attorney, so he's really wealthy. She's the gold digger. Most of my ex-boyfriends aren't wealthy. He just happened to be one of them. And that was the one that she went after, so.
Well, two things. So
Projecting.
grief affects the lungs, so that's why it's really good to talk about grief. And I think a lot of us have grief and we don't know that it's grief. And then two, you gave me a $20 bill out of nowhere when we were out like back in 2009.
I don't even remember doing that.
I don't know, 80. I dropped my purse, opened my purse, somehow my purse was open, $20 bill came out, and I was like in school, I worked 2 jobs, and so it was important to me, you know, it was a big deal to me to lose $20, and you're like, oh, here you go. Like, that's how you are. You didn't think about it, you didn't remember it, you obviously didn't remember it,
Yeah.
but I did, because it was a big deal to me. Like, you just did that, you're like, oh, here you go. Like, oh my gosh, because it just made me feel so special.
Yeah, it's like the $20 was a big deal for me.
And if it was, you still would have done it.
Yes, I would have done it.
So.
Yeah. I mean, like for me, like stuff like that, like isn't a big deal. I just want to make sure that everyone's okay and keep having fun. Like it's just like
It's a natural thing for you.
Yeah.
Like you didn't think twice. It just
yeah.
literally didn't think twice. It blew my mind. So. Not a cool thing at all.
Well, I mean, like, how can I be a gold digger if I pay for her all the time? You know, it's kind of like weird.
Unless the definition that I have is wrong.
Yeah, I know.
Like, maybe my definition of gold digger is not correct.
It's always funny when people like accuse like people of that. Like, it's almost like it's like their way of like cutting you down as a woman. But like, I don't really need anyone's money though. Like, my family, like, they're self-made.
Yeah, like not even from here.
Yeah.
Super successful. It's like, wow.
We like own a bunch of property. We work really hard, and we like I don't need somebody to pay my way.
Usually it's not that person, you know, it's not
Yeah.
really about us. I mean, not to sound egotistical, but I feel like if you have a hang up, it's hard to see, hard to be aware of it. It hurts.
Well,
you know,
I dated this anesthesiologist a while back, and I remember one of the nurses from his hospital would say that she thought that was a gold digger. Like, but then later on it turned out that like she said that she wanted to find a rich guy or whatever. And then he just like thought it was funny how she would accuse me of that, but then she herself was like that.
I've heard that about people, like who really accuse people of doing things that are actually doing them themselves.
Yeah, a lot of people do that to deflect, you know.
Yeah.
A lot of people do that in relationships too, and like that's why a lot of people who accuse other people of cheating, they themselves are the one who's probably cheating because it's their guilt-ridden conscious, it's their way of trying to excuse their behavior.
So have you guys gone to Lily for therapy yet? Because she's really good. She's not licensed, but I mean,
I am pretty much a
she's pretty much. It seems all true to me. It makes sense. That's definitely my experience in a lot of different aspects of my life.
A lot of my friends do come to me because I've experienced quite a bit of relationships and friendships and personalities.
Yeah, it's a lot for you to take on though. So, I mean, I'm glad you're letting me help you with this asthma allergies thing because, you know, it's a lot. It's a burden, you know, even though you love your friends, it's still hard to take on.
I literally just got a phone call from my guy friend. I told you he's having an existential crisis. And it's like, everyone knows to call me. They
He's calling you.
Yeah. Why is he calling me 3 times in a row? I'm like,
Guess I better answer it.
I was like on a conference call. I was busy.
Do you want some time to rest?
Fine.
How are you feeling?
Good.
Usually I let patients rest. I don't like bother them and just hang out.
No, dude.
I'm doing it.
I'm enjoying talking to you. So.
I'm having a great time.
I came here to talk to you and hang out with you. This is just a bonus.
Yeah,
Did you help?
sweet. Yay. It's a bonus for me. It's so fun for me to be able to do what what I love to a person that I love. So this is great. I'm gonna pull these soon. I'm gonna check your pulses, and then we'll do some flash cupping on your back, and that'll help pump the lungs because the lungs, you know, they want to pump air.
Yeah.
But sometimes they get stuck with inflammation. They get stuck with mucus.
I've been getting a lot of mucus in my lungs, and then like especially at nighttime when I go to sleep, I've been shortness of breath, a lot of mucus, and I'm coughing up blood.
So it's really irritated.
Yeah. And I've been getting a lot of bloody nose too.
I have answers for that. I used to get really bad ones. That's related to the lungs.
Okay. It's
We'll
recent.
figure that out. We'll get you something. Yeah, I've got some tricks and tips, and also like was gonna give you some herbs, just you know, as part of this treatment. And I would start patients off a low dose of the herbs just to make sure that your body responds and tolerates them. And then I have lots of tips for the bloody noses. I have dragon's blood for that, which sounds very dramatic. But dragon's blood, it's a powder. It was actually a powder. They call it a national treasure in China, and it was used for like kung fu masters. So it stops, like I would, it sounds really gross, but I'd like get a cotton ball, like dip it in a little bit of water, put the powder on the cotton ball, and like shove it up my nose, and it would stop the bleeding. Oh, there's lots of studies on it for pets too. It's good for like pets who get sores. A lot of my diabetic patients who don't heal very fast, I put it on them, and that helps heal their wounds faster. So it's kind of, let's do that. Get you sorted out, and then I really love X-Clear. It's a nasal spray with a little bit of xylitol, and that really helped moisten my nose because I was getting nosebleeds twice a day, and they last for like 20 to 30 minutes.
Yeah.
The dryness.
I've been doing the Urban Amber like moisture
Oh,
thing.
good, the saline. At least you're doing something.
Yeah.
That does help.
It does help.
Yeah.
But I think like because I haven't done it in a while, like I've been so like
Busy. You've been
busy. Yeah.
really busy.
And I don't want to carry a big bottle of that with me, like everywhere I go.
Yeah.
It's like
They should get a better, bigger purse. Oops.
I have a lot of her.
Shoot, I should have kept the needles in because you weren't coughing. If you don't mind, I was thinking about getting to-go needles on your ears, which sounds really scary and crazy, and maybe I shouldn't talk about it on camera, but they're little tiny needles on a 3.3 millimeter needles on a hypoallergen slow down speech. And they are gonna help the asthma, but they're gonna go on the ear points that I did, and I can do just a couple instead of all of them. There's usually 5, but I can just do 2, and one is completely hidden, and that would help the asthma and allergies and
How long?
also anxiety. The record has been a month, and I was like, how to do that? I asked her, and she's like, well, I would press on them before my shower, and then after my shower, press on them. So that was an exception. Most times they lasted a week or 2. So by the time you come back, I think they'll be done probably, and you'll just take them out. They're just basically stickers. I use them on kids, and we call them stickers, but the mom and dad know they're not stickers. But they're painless, and they're made in Japan, so they're very high quality.
Okay.
I'll do that. That'll be really nice. So I can start off with the 2 hidden ones, and then you can tell me if you want me to keep going. It's typically a 5-needle protocol. Yeah, and the 5-needle protocol was made famous in New York City. So, kind of circling back to your New York City trip,
Yeah.
it was made famous by doctors who used it for patients who wanted to get off methadone. It helps increase serotonin, which is kind of blown out when you have addiction, or blown out and then you get an addiction. They're proven with research that they help downgrade the fight or flight response too. They work with the vagus nerve, which is in charge of lungs and heart, and it even goes down to your sciatic nerve. I'll just start with a couple, and you can tell me if you're comfortable or not. Wherever you want.
Jittery. Yeah.
So then that's not helpful.
Well, yeah. I have to do the inhalers. I can't breathe. So it's like,
And actually, eventually you fall asleep.
eventually fall asleep. But yeah, but at first I'm like, I can't sleep yet.
Yeah.
Which is why you'll see me messaging you at 2 in the morning.
And on the Facebook app, so you don't bother into me. That's nice.
Yeah.
I see that. That's why you do that now.
Yeah.
Do you want more or just those?
I have to keep on going.
I'll do the last two. So you're really productive for not sleeping. It's amazing.
I average 6 hours of sleep.
Okay. Hopefully that means you're getting like 2 full 3-hour cycles.
Hopefully. I have no idea.
Yeah.
I just don't sleep that much in general, but I've just gotten used to it, I think.
Well, you've accepted if it's, happening. It's like the anxiety of not sleeping is worse than not sleeping.
Yeah.
So hopefully we can get that helped too. And your adrenals, we've got to work on your adrenals. Those are part of it too. But you're good to accept it, I think, to a certain extent. Yeah, you were able to help with it.
Yeah.
Versus, for me, I'm like, I wish I could sleep.
Yeah.
Kind of angsty.
Yeah, just like, the only time I get that way is if I got to wake up really early. Then I'm like, I need to sleep because I need at least 5 hours.
Yeah. So that's why most B&I groups won't work. Well, I just fell asleep and it's already 7.
It's weird because I can fall asleep in the middle of the day, like if I come home from work and then I fall asleep on the couch. But then when I supposed to go to bed, I can't sleep.
A lot of people will mention that, like their cortisol is off, their circadian rhythm is off.
Yeah.
They're just freaking exhausted.
Yeah.
Because once you stop, you're like, once you sit down, it's like game over.
Yeah. My husband's the same way. He like falls asleep on the couch. We fall asleep like close together. Like a
They're
big
cute.
pile.
You guys are cute. Rochi squeezes in.
Yeah, right between us. Yeah. He's so ridiculous, that dog.
He's a child. He's a kid.
A little muppet.
He's your